Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Tap In with Tristan. We got a long-lived Amityville edition. We here with the big bro, essentially a walking almanac for Amityville. For a lot of ones that's here. Mr. Chris Nicholson.
What's up, Tris? What's up, nephew?
How you doing today?
Man, I'm chilling. I didn't get the chance to watch my other Warrior brothers from the Diggy Diggy. I saw you did a little something with them.
We did.
Yeah.
Man. So we trying to spread love around this thing. And yeah, when you get a chance, man, check it out, man, and let me know your feedback.
Yes, definitely.
So let's go back to some of the early years of Chris Nicholson, man. What that looked like, man.
Oh man, please. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Too much to mention.
Give me the condensed version.
Actually, I'll make you laugh. You can ask your dad. I was his ball boy. Jack Smith. When Jack Smith was the coach, and him and my brother was on varsity together.
Wow.
So yeah, man. I was the ball boy for Jack Smith from the time I was, I could say 8 to about 12 or 4 or 5 years.
That's
I used to live at the high school, man, watching your brother, Kai Commerce, Jeff Williams, my brothers.
So you right there with it. What's the vibe? What's the vibe going on outside of just the sports world, man? What's going on in that time frame?
Oh man, I was a young buck, man. You could call me the original hip hop nerd. You know what I mean? I was allowed to, do things that a lot of kids wasn't allowed to do. Plus my brother Chiba B, God bless his soul, he used to sneak me out the window when my mother went to sleep because he used to use me as a prop. You know what I'm saying? Because, every time he had me with him, all his little girlfriends used to be like, oh, his eyes are so pretty. His eyes are so pretty.
Yeah.
And he used to use me like a prop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You bring him to him. They start flocking.
Yeah, it was interesting, man. And then, when I started to find myself, it was about when my awakening came. My awakening was when I had to repeat the 9th grade because I got kicked out of school for being a knucklehead.
Yeah.
And Coach Williams, God bless his soul.
Yeah.
He you talking nephew to a cat that didn't have a father. He was like a father figure to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it. And most of his players didn't realize it until our later years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We just thought we just think he was just mean. You know what I mean? Like, why he ain't letting this person and that person try out for the team? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he was grooming men, man. And we didn't see that when we were young. But He was grooming men because all his players, I think you can line us all up, man. I think every one of us, 98% of us is doing something positive, either in the community or within their family realm, or they're just doing something positive. And they can all, look back and be like, oh, snap, that was Fred.
Yeah, he was an integral part in that development for you guys.
Oh, man. Woo. Man, when he sat outside that superintendent office after my mother came out, man, I'm telling you, Tristan, he was like, Ms. Nicholson, can I speak to Chris? And he said those fretful words. You don't want to play basketball. Yes, I do, sir. No, you don't. Not acting the way you acting. And then it was like that summer, going into my sophomore year, I played with the varsity all summer long, and so when school time came, it was like I had this thing in my mind, me and James McCullough. He was like, yo, I'm going out for JV, man. Freak that. And I was like, word, because I'm not trying to sit the bench because coach was known for sitting sophomores, man.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of minutes up there for me, so I'm gonna do this JV thing.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you. I was like, yo, freak this. If I get pulled up, I get pulled up. And the crazy thing about it was, I knew I was better than my brother and Mulvaney, the other guards that would, and it wasn't like and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I just knew. And
You
Big
knew it was
James
up.
knew.
We just keeping it 100. Like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
better than
and
those guys.
Big James knew. Shelton knew. Gerard knew. Chris knew. And Craig was new. You know, Craig King was new in the school. So we sitting outside because this is how you tried out for the team when we were coming up.
All right.
Varsity went first. And you remember in Amityville gym, they had the wall that divided the girls and the guys.
Yeah, the separated wall.
So you know, Mr. Williams come in the hallway, varsity and JV cats out there. You going out for varsity in the gym, report cards up. So you had to hold your report card up by your face.
like you in the line.
Like your eyes, you know what I mean? So I was standing in the hallway still, and here comes Shelton and Gerard. And he's like, yo, what are you doing? And I'm like, yo, I ain't trying to sit the bench, man. Freak that, man. Freak that. I ain't trying to sit the bench. Yo, these dudes literally picked me up and brought me into the gym. So Shelton was like, yo, you already on the honor roll. Yo, I'm telling you, you already on the team. I was like, yo, Shelton, if I get on this team, man, and this dude sits me on the bench, man, I'm going to be pissed.
Right.
So, boom. Now coach goes, all right, line up sophomores to seniors. I'm the only sophomore in the gym. So he comes down starting at me, looks at my report card. I had 12 spots on my team. Now I got 11. So I didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, you know, he's counting down.
Yeah, I'm just in the gym like whatever.
Right.
So he gets to Ronnie Sullivan, Big Bob. I had 11 spots on my team. Now I got 10. Gets the Craig King. I had 10 spots on my team. Now I got 9. It's like, oh, snap. So he's like, all right.
Way down.
He's like, all right. After he kicked the guys out the gym, that, you know, failed gym.
Yeah.
Failed gym. It was a wrap.
Yeah, out of there. You feeling
Yeah, you don't even come in his gym if you fail gym.
Out of there.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened, he told us to split up. So Shelton grabbed me by the head. I'll never forget it. He goes, I told you, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. I was like, all right, whatever.
I need some
First scrimmage comes. He calls out the starters. And in my mind, I'm like, wait a minute. In practice, I'm the first dude on the floor. You calling every practice. Now we get into the first scrimmage. You calling my brother. All right. About 2, 3, 4 minutes into the game, he never called me Chris. Never called me Nicholson. I was strictly Sophomore. That was it. That was it. And so I'm sitting, because I used to, come on, Trish, you know how you want to be in the game. You don't even sit by the coach. You go all the way to the end of the bench.
Go towards the end.
Yeah. So I'm at the end of the bench. And you know, coach looks down and he goes, Sophomore. Boom. All right, I go in the game. I'm playing most of the game. Next scrimmage, Mulvaney starts. I'm like, yo, what's up? This coming off the B is not me.
I don't like it. That's why I want to go to JV so I can start.
And it was crazy. And it was crazy because my brother Genuine and Mulvaney was taller than me before I went to Buffalo that summer. Because in one summer, I grew 7 inches.
That's OD.
Yeah, I grew 7 inches. Everybody in Amityville will tell you the story. They couldn't believe it was me when I came back home. And I didn't even know I got taller until I hugged my older brother leaving. And I was like, oh, snap, I'm tall as you. And he was like, I ain't want to say nothing. I didn't even know I got tall. I didn't even feel it. So I'm like, yo, why is this dude doing this to me? First game comes, like whatever. He calls out the starters. So he's like, Shelton, Gerard, Chris, Craig, Sophomore. The only game I ever played in my life where butterflies hit me. I never got butterflies. But he caught me out there. I wasn't expecting him to call me. Right. So I'm in the back with my hand. You know, you want to get in the game, but you be in the back. You with the team and everything. So everybody putting their fist up at first.
Yeah, you wasn't even close to the fist. You touching somebody's back.
I'm on somebody back, and then he goes Sophomore, and I'm like, oh snap.
Oh,
So, big game, Tristan, big game, because we
yeah.
playing St. Anthony's. It's
Yeah.
me and my boy Kenny Atkinson. That's my guy. Shout out.
That's a
And
real.
they had the articles about the super sophomores. Me, Kenny, God, what was the big kid from Port Jefferson name? I know his last name started with a Y, and Bobby Brown. And me and Bobby, we hanging out together, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's in the gym. Yo. And then first play of the game, Kenny comes down, I strip him at half court, score the first 2 points of the game. Butterflies go down just a little, but I still felt them.
Yeah.
Now I'm afraid to make a mistake. I'm not being me. I don't want to mess up because I don't want him to pull me out the game. But from that game, man, it was like I was the only starter that season that started every game.
That's unique. But I think that's a great backstory to Fred Williams. Just how he operated.
Oh, you couldn't.
He kept you guys in line, man, with some of how he operated.
Oh, without a doubt, man. We got cats that, call and be like, oh, F Fred this, F God. Fred was raising men, man. He was raising men, man. Me and Shelton had this conversation a zillion times. We've had this conversation. We didn't see it when we were younger,
right?
But when we got older, me, it happened to me. I think it was after I left Farmingdale.
Right.
After I left Farmingdale, because he called me and asked me why I left. And, I ain't gonna get into that story.
Right.
But he asked me why I left, and I was like, Coach, I got other things that I got to do now.
Right.
He understood. He was like, you can still go to school. And I was like, whatever. So I had my cousin Tori,
right,
who's, my brother would call him and was like, yo, I need you to get Chris in Pro-Am, out Greater New York Pro-Am. And he got me, that's where I started balling Pro-Am out in Greater New York. I played for Orange Crush. And they had won it two times out of 5 years.
Right.
And that's when I realized that, Coach was raising men and we never saw it, But that was my crew, man, the 84 crew. And I know y'all had some good teams, but I told you before we had a conversation. I'm not taking a back seat to none of y'all, though.
As you shouldn't. And that's one of the cool parts about Amityville is we're talking about decades, all the way back Jerry Crocker and all
Oh man, Larry Hill.
Yeah, so I mean, and you probably know it even better than I do, and I learned a lot from guys like you. But it's rich in tradition. So some of the things I'm doing now is just to bring it up because I think era to era.
It's dope. You are, and I give you your flowers. I give you your flowers, Tristan. That's from my heart, man. I was so proud when you started this journey, man. I was like, wow, somebody's actually doing it. A bunch of us talked about it, but you took the reins and said, I'm going to do this, man.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of you. This is dope. Very dope.
And thank you for sharing because, everybody has a part to play and everybody already played a part. So if we can even help the younger demographic and the younger generation just know what's up, I think that's already, we winning right there. We winning right there.
You know what's crazy? You mentioned that. Then I'm going to get back to Fred real quick.
You got it.
After I left school, Coach called me up to the high school. This is I could say probably about 9 months before he passed away. And so he goes, Chris, you got a good brain. He's like, you got a good brain. Why don't you, I'm going to have you come down to practices and I need you to, just mentor my guards.
Yep.
And I was like, at first I was like, oh man, these little knuckleheads ain't gonna want to listen. You know what I mean? And they all respected me. That was the crazy thing about it. Ronnie loved me, man. Right. Oh my God, my man Jay Wilcox. Yo, these cats loved me, man. And I didn't know how much they loved me until I started interacting with them.
Yeah.
And when I started interacting with them, I was like, wow, these cats got mad love for this dude. All right. And that's how I got to you, coaching, mentoring.
Yeah.
and I respect all y'all, man, because y'all all, you see me, you give me love, I give love right back.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know Ray's mom was the first mom, her mom, his mom, and my family, Nicole, they were the first two mothers to literally come up to me to say, thank you so much. Thank you for being there for Ray. And at that time, it's Andre and Sharice Nugget's wife. I had Aubrey also, you know,
right.
And they were so proud because it's like they didn't know what would have happened. But all they talked about was you and playing ball and how I would pick them up. Because one thing I didn't allow, and you knew this, don't drop your kids off to me without coming to say hello.
Facts.
You know, you had some parents that would try to just drop the kid off and like I was a surrogate father. No, come say hi. Hey, find out what's coming on.
Yeah, let's
find out what's going on, what time practice is over, this, that, and the third.
Like
you know, but I didn't mind though, you know, because it was given to me. Your father mentored me. Kai Commerce, my brothers, of course. These are the guys I looked up to, man. These are guys that I saw in which I really feel there should be a wall of fame in Boulder Mac Park of cats that made that park what it is. You know what I'm saying? And there should be like a little walk, like even if it's around that little track of just the names of the cats that came through there that were phenomenons, man. We had, Tristan, you have no idea. We had phenomenons, man. Cats that if you would have mentioned to your father, Magoo was the original. Magoo was the original. Magoo used to come home. He used to come home and destroy.
Everybody.
Destroy. He used to destroy everybody. And you got to remember, think about this. For all the cats that lived 11701, that went to Copay and was living in 11701, went to Farmingdale, living in 11701, you got to understand how ill our sport teams really would have and should have been if those guys would have came to Amityville like they were supposed to.
Even crazier.
Now that's what makes our tradition that much better. That just shows you how much talent was in this small town.
It's unreal. And to go further is we have volunteers, we have people that kind of come in, but a lot of it is raw dog. Just getting out there, man, and competing with one another. That's how we, continue to level up. And then they'll branch out to some AAU, but not a lot of guys played the AAU, just a few, but it was just that competitive from the neighborhood. You go pull up or you playing with each other at the neighborhood, like that. That's how we got it. And then united and played other towns.
Facts.
Given the business. So I'm like, man, with some of the resources I see today, if some of those things could get poured into our neighborhood a little bit more, that would be really cool to see.
I would love to see your dad's name, Boo Berry name, Jeff Williams' name. You know, I love my cousin. Mike is my heart. Everybody knows that already. Mike's my heart. And Mike deserves everything he gets.
Yeah, he earned
it. But it's these guys that paved the way, man. I remember being 11 years old. Literally, I would, when 4:30 came around, because that's when all the cats used to come to Boulder.
That's when they're starting to come
around 4:30, because you had to get there early unless you was Boo and you was them cats.
Time when you certain guys, but everybody get there earlier, you ain't playing. Or you
got one game, man.
Tristan, you better go to the handball court.
You got one game and you had a choice. You could go down to Burns at this time, because you remember at this time, Boulder Mac was the park.
That's the park.
Boulder Mac, still the park, but Boulder Mac was the park that everybody from out of town came into Boulder Mac the ball because they knew that's where the club
was. Give us the years. What years we talking about, Chris?
Oh man, I'm talking from 75 to 80. I'm gonna give it up till about 89.
That's dope. And what class are you, Chris? For those who don't know, what
86.
class?
86.
86.
86.
So yeah,
Yep.
I mean, like I said, you're a walking almanac. You participated, you was a water boy, and you coached. Like you was my coach, you know what I'm saying? You was my coach in the UNAO and everything like that. So you've been a part of this. And how did you blend? Because you do music and everything. How is this blend? You're like very,
It was funny. That's crazy.
Talk to me. I'm having trouble with saying what you are, but you're a lot. You're a lot to the community, man.
That's well, what happened was when I was still in New York, up until I've been, in the South now for 15 years.
Right.
And up until that time, I was still coaching. I was coaching the kids out in Brentwood and bringing cats from Amityville on that team.
Yeah.
You remember?
I remember we was out there playing, you know what I'm saying? I remember out there playing a couple times.
So probably 2 years before I left, what had happened was, I always rapped and DJ'd here and there, but I had gave up DJing for a long period of time. But then what had happened was the company I was working for, which was one of the biggest companies on the island, which was WTC, Wholesale Tire Company, our owner told us he wasn't going to sell the company. Of course, one day we see all these suits come in, walk upstairs with briefcases. We knew something was up. So when the new company came in, now at that time at the job, I was the #1 commissionable sales rep in the company. And technically speaking, real talk, didn't even touch my regular paycheck. All my bills and stuff was paid from commissions. That was it, from commissions.
Yeah.
And when the new company came in, they didn't do commissions. They only did straight pay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm vocal. So they brought all of us. They brought all of us managers into a room, asked us, did we want to sign on? Did we have any questions? I'm the first one to raise my hand because nobody was going to raise their hand and ask the real question. I was like, yo, I understand you guys don't give commission. So he goes, so they was like, yes, that is true, but we, it's a employee-owned company, this, that, the third, blah, blah, blah. I was like, but some of us is losing a lot of money monthly.
Right.
And it's like, well, everybody's income is going to be supplemented, blah, 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 blah. Never happened. We ain't even gonna go on that story. So I was sitting at home, because me and my wife at that time, before that, we used to sit at the table Tuesday night. I sign a check, she write it out. She drinking wine, I'm drinking beer. Yeah. We did this every Tuesday night.
Yeah, it was routine.
All of a sudden, I picked the bill up and I looked at it and I'm like, oh, this one ain't due until you talk about somebody that didn't do that in like God knows when.
Yeah,
and we just looked at each other.
You're like,
we looked at each other. It was like, oh snap! That extra income. I didn't see it. I'm missing it now. And then I said, so she was like, all right. She's like, all right, well, you want me to get a job? I was like, hell no. I said, if anybody get a second job, it'll be me. I'll come up with something. So that morning we got up. So I told her, I said, okay, I'm gonna get a second job, but I'm not punching nobody's clock. I can't punch 2 clocks. I'm sorry. Right. So I said, I got to do something I love. And she immediately knew what it was. And she was like, you gonna start DJing again? And I was like, yeah, I think I can get back into the game. Wow, that's dope. And this is when I knew it was a godsend. So mind you, 8-10 years prior to that, I sold all my stuff. All my stuff I got rid of.
Okay, wow.
And I didn't have nothing. I had a couple of crates of records. That's about literally a couple of crates of records. Just some records that I just knew I didn't want to give up. So the day that I told her and we both decided that I'll get back into DJing, 2 days passed, and that Friday night, Warren, dang, all these people, I'm saying God bless their soul. Warren comes up in his van and he's like, yo, C, come outside. And I'm like, yo, what's up? He goes, yo, look at this. So he opens his van, 2 turntables and a mixer. And I'm like, oh man. So me knowing the business, I'm like, yo, Warren's, if he's trying to sell this, he gonna charge me like $900.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be cheap. This is good stuff, right?
Yeah, I was like, he gonna charge me 900. So he goes, yo, man, I'm in a pickle, man, and I got to get some money fast. You know anybody that want it? I was like, yeah, me.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, you want it? He's like, yo, Chris, if you want it, give me 500. Tristan, I had $247.16 in my pocket
Right.
at that time. I said, yo, can I get this rested? You give me 2 days. He goes, you good for it. He's like, I'll even come by next weekend. I was like, that's even better. Bet. I bring it in. So my wife is like, Warren letting you use that? I said, nah, he just sold it to me. Get out of here. I was like, yeah. So I take it downstairs, had a little receiver. Now, mind you, I haven't DJ'd at the time in like 8 years.
Yeah,
10 years.
years
I've been just working, working.
It's working.
So all of a sudden, I'm playing with the little crates I got. You know what I'm saying? Just getting reinforced and blending and doing this, that, and the third. So Chris Crossfader calls me up because I had told him that I was getting back into DJing. And he goes, yo, see, you said you need records, right? I said, yeah, I need records.
Yeah, well, a lot of them.
He goes, yo, my man is getting rid of a bunch of records. Yo, you coming up to get your hair cut? I was like, yeah, me and little Chris are coming. I had a little, I think you remember my little silver Hyundai XL.
Yep.
My little Hyundai XL.
You pull up in that.
So we go up to the barbershop and get my hair cut. I always go to sleep when I get my hair cut. And all of a sudden, this guy walks in, or he was already there. You know, when you're asleep getting your hair cut, you can hear everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You
this dude goes, yo, Fader, man, where's your man at, man? I ain't got all day. So he goes, yo, he's right here. Chris turns my chair around. I open my eyes, and Diamond D goes, Cooley. And I'm like, yo, Diamond, what's up? Chris didn't know we knew each other like that.
Yeah.
He was like, man,
it's like you see all this thing lining up right here, man.
Yo, he was like, yo, you didn't, yeah. He was like, you didn't tell me this was C. I was like, yeah, man. So I'm up out the chair, barely got my hair done. He's like, get your hair done, get your hair done. So we walk outside. He goes to his van. Tristan, he has 22 crates of records in his van. I'm like, Diamond, man, I can't buy it. Man, I probably can get a couple of crates from you, man. I ain't got, he's like, yo, shut up. He's like, I got quintuple copies of everything. That's why I'm trying to clear my downstairs.
Yeah, I'm trying to downsize. I got copies.
Yeah, you got to remember, this is a DJ that's getting records from record companies.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying?
So
yeah. So he's like, see, if I ever hear about you paying for a record, we're going to have problems.
I'm slapping you.
So I was like, yo, I got to give you something, Diamond. I said, I got to give you something, but I got my little Excel right there.
Yeah.
I'll fill it up what I can, and you just tell me how much I owe you. No lie. Little Chris will tell you this story. Chris is sitting in the front seat.
Yep.
At the time, he was like 8,
yep.
8, 9. He got a crate on him, 2 crates in front of him. I got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6 crates on the back, crates in the back of the little trunk. It was, I think it was 6, 7, 8, 9, I think like 11 crates. I fit in the car. He charged me $200 for them, which was pennies. That's pennies.
So you got a starter kit for pennies.
Oh yeah. And
that's
when I knew.
That's when you knew I'm back in the game. This is what I need to be doing.
Exactly. And then what happened was a good friend of mine, Billy Dahl, you probably heard of his son, William Dahl, played football for what Catholic school was that? He was nice though. He was all Long Island and everything. Playing in college. So anyway, he had a club called Honey's. And I used to go down to Honey's, check out my mentors DJing and stuff. But I knew I wasn't ready. But I was practicing. So
I got to work my way up.
So Warren had told Billy that I got back into DJing. And so Billy was like, I come to the club. So Billy was like, yo, man, my Saturdays suck, man. He's like, yo, Friday nights be banging, but Saturdays suck. He's like, yo, would you like to do a Saturday? I was like, Billy, I just got back in the game, man. I don't think I'm ready for coming out like this, man. You know?
I'm not ready yet.
And he was like, no, see, don't worry about it. Just play music. Don't try to be
Yeah,
who you were, just play music. I said, you know what? Freak it.
I'll do it.
So Warren set me up with a sound system. I did it. My sisters are there. Everybody said it was a nice Saturday night. Cats
Nice
found out
event.
I was DJing. So I was like, damn, all right. So I see people dancing and I see them getting with me and stuff, but I wasn't being me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So after the night was over, we did this every Saturday night after I played. We would, after everybody leave, we would have a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
So he was like, yo, man, this is my best Saturday and God knows when. You want Saturdays? I was like, whoa, Billy. I was like, this is cool. Let me finish. Give me 2 weeks. I was like, give me 2 weeks. And my wife would tell you, I used to practice so much, Tristan. It was like basketball with me.
Yeah.
I used to practice
I
so
reps.
much.
I need a lot of
And
reps.
when I say practice, I'm talking about I used to have parties in my basement every night.
Yeah. Now I need a lot of reps.
Right. I would envision that I'm at parties every night, 3-4 hours, nonstop. And came back to 2 weeks. The rest was history. That's why I always say Honey built DJ C High. Honey built me.
That's dope.
And the rest was history from there. And that's when I got back into DJing. And then another Amityville celeb, my boy JD Lawrence, put me on. I wound up being the first DJ to tour with a nationally acclaimed stage play. And that's where it really took off, and that's when I got back, and now that's where I'm here. I still love the game though.
I think
I wish I could play.
It's a great segue into this alumni event that we plan on doing, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh man, like I said, I wish I could play, man, but I know for a fact
You're gonna be doing what you're good at, though.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, I will be the DJ.
There you go. There you go.
And I will be talking garbage. Trust.
We need
I will be talking garbage.
Yeah, take the trash too.
I'm gonna be talking garbage. So cats better be in shape or something. I mean, they better be in shape, because if you're not in shape, I'm calling you out.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Give them fair warning.
I'm giving forewarning right now for every eye, every ear. Yo, if you out of shape, stay off the court, because you're gonna get it.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, man. What does this mean for the neighborhood, man? Because I mean, like we've had offline conversations so often. You know what I mean? This is common. What you just give it in a nutshell? What does this mean for the community, man? Because you are Amityville, man. You have so many branches in Amityville, man. You are more than just a pillar, man. But you're a legend. And
thank you.
Cause.
You know what I think it's going to do for the community? Number one, it's going to give the young guys a chance to see where it came from.
Right.
Okay. It's going to give the young guys a chance to see the guys that they can say, oh snap, those dudes made it. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot of cats that made it and people don't even know.
That's a fact.
They don't even know. They don't even know we have pro football players, and you know what I'm saying? Right. Chairman of boards. They don't even know these things.
They don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So this is going to give the community picturesque, like a movie, like they're coming to a movie. Oh wow, I did not know this legacy was here.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is, I hope the vision I have for you doing this comes true. And that vision is, when these kids see this, it'll change their attitudes. You know what I'm saying? It'll change their perspective on what they can be, not what they're gonna be.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't get that.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? They don't get that. It's what you can be, and it's not what you're gonna be.
I agree.
And that is my biggest perspective on what you're doing. I want the kids that's in high school now to interact, talk to Mike, talk to Shelton. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Talk to Rob Carpenter, talk to Darrell Young. I want them to talk to these guys, pull them to the side, take pictures with them. Yeah. Let people know, yo, these dudes are from my town.
You walk the
This is
same halls that you're walking right now.
exactly own them
Oh,
halls.
we owned ours in ninth grade, Chris. We was in there, winning pep
Yeah,
rallies and doing all that.
own them halls, man. You know, we had spots cats couldn't even come into.
You already know. You already
We
know.
ran, we ran it like a penitentiary at times.
Yeah. You need a toll to come through here, dude.
We used to make cats late to work. I mean, late to school, class. Yo, you
That.
can't walk this way. Walk around.
That's it. And I need you
But
to
yeah,
buy me a honey bun when I'm in the cab too.
true talk though. But that's what I see the perspective. This can really galvanize the community. This can really galvanize the community. That's what I see.
I agree.
I see the community becoming galvanized. I hate it being so far away where I couldn't have a reach to touch some of the kids, to whisper in their ear. You know what I'm saying? You know, with all this bull crap that was going on at one time. I think this will bring a different perspective. I think this will bring a different perspective, you know, because it ain't nothing wrong with hard work, dog.
No, it's nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with hard work. And I said this, it's so funny. I had a kid down here that I was mentoring. And I told him, I said to him, I said, man, it ain't nothing wrong with hard work. He's like, coach, I know, coach. I was like, nah, you don't know. I was like, just like I said, because I brought everything from y'all here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I said, you don't know. I said, you think a drug dealer got it easy? He goes, what you talking about, coach? I was like, the drug dealer probably worked harder than you.
Yeah, you.
I said, so which hard work do you? I said, which hard work you really want to do?
Hard work that you're looking at, pick it wisely.
Except the rewards are totally different.
Yeah.
Because you got many outs doing it the right way. You got 2 outs that's negative doing it the wrong way.
That's a fact.
You're going to jail or you dying. That's it.
That's it.
That's it the wrong way. You do it the right way, you make your own way.
Yeah.
Facts. So, but this is dope, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm proud of you, Tris. Man, I'm telling you, man. I had an idea. I was gonna talk to you on a side chat about it, but freak it. We on this film. I'm gonna say, I think your team should play together.
Nah.
I do. That's just me.
You talk about
not everybody. Just you, Jason, Antoine. Oh God, Antoine. You know, I almost got into fights about Antoine. Do you know that? Did I ever tell you that story?
Wow.
With my home
first of all, we're shutting that down. We're not doing that. We're doing the draft. Everybody's mixed up.
Yeah. I would love to see that again, man. My guys, man. It's my guys.
We're going to be at the Walking Museum. Everybody's mixed up. We're going to do a draft. We're going to do a draft and see. We're going to start that trash talk early.
Yo, speaking about Eugene, Antoine Nottingham. What's up, nephew? Yo, I used to almost get in fights about him, man, out in North Babylon.
In regards to football?
Who's the better running back, him or Jason Walton?
Oh, man.
So, let me tell you something. And I'm saying this right now here as I said it back then. The best running back on Long Island was Antoine Eugene Nottingham. Oh, you crazy. You. I said, hold on. And here's my argument, and shut me up if I'm wrong. I said, yo, no disrespect to Jason. He was a beast. He was a beast. Everybody knew he was getting the ball, when he was getting the ball, and he did. But he got the ball 30 plus times a game. And I don't know if you know this. You know I'm an almanac.
Yes, you are.
Did you know, and you were the quarterback, did you know Antoine only touched the ball 17 times a game?
Not a lot.
That was his average.
Yeah.
That was his average. He rushed for 2,400 yards on 17 touches. And then on top of that, he didn't play during league season a fourth quarter.
Most of the games. I know that for a fact.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm sitting in the stands like, wait a minute.
Let him run it up. Let him run it up.
No. I'm saying, I'm looking at box scores.
Yeah.
I'm looking at box scores that Sunday.
3 quarters.
And I'm like, yo, this dude played 3 quarters and he had 238.
Yep. That's a fact.
And I was like, and I give a props to Mr. Matera for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want to burn them out.
Now he didn't want to burn them out, and he was a sports.
Oh yeah, fun fights. But me and my boys from North Babylon used to
like it. You could stack Twana up against any running back ever in high school.
You know what? I said this because number 31 was special. Special.
A lot of special guys wore that number.
Dude, special. But when you say 31 to me, arguably 3, I'll give you 5 names that come to my attention.
Let's close it out with this. Give us the guys, because we can spin this into a football thing later on. So
no order.
Just names. Just give us the names.
Antoine.
Yup.
And the first 3 are my favorite 3. No disrespect to the last 2 I'll name, and you probably don't even know them. But Antoine, Jody Walton,
okay,
and Rufus Boo Wilson.
Boo Wilson, bro.
Okay?
Yep.
Those 3. And my other 2 favorite 31s were Sean Commerce and Marlon Coates. Those were my 5 favorite 31s.
Whew. Those are names.
And
you got guys.
now, your dad will know every one of them that I just talked about.
Nah, that's how
and Sean was
guys from the early 70s.
Yeah. No, Sean was late 80s. No, not late 80s. Early 80s. Early 80s.
Because like Anthony, like Mace didn't wear 31. They stopped it. And
then
because he would have been a 31.
Oh yeah. Mace would have definitely been a 31, without a doubt. But I don't think, no disrespect to Ant, those 5,
they
special.
Twan and Boo are special.
Oh God.
Those guys are pros. Both of those guys are pro. Those are pro football.
Oh, Jody Walton. Ask your dad about Jody Walton. Ask your dad about Jody was extra. And you know what's crazy about Boo and Jody? They ran that stupid short punt offense.
Short punt. You knew it was coming.
Oh, you knew it was coming, but you couldn't stop them.
Nah, they was just that.
Couldn't stop them, man.
Special.
Yo, when I was in ninth grade, Redhead Kretz, Billy Kretz's uncle was our coach, and I couldn't play football because I had a kidney operation, and they told me I couldn't play contact sports.
Right.
That's when I punched the doctor in the face, but that's another story.
Right.
But we practicing. So me, Boss Hog, who is, if he'd have stayed at Amityville, he'd have definitely been a 31. Greg Fulton. It was me. I was a quarterback. Greg was a halfback. And Wade was a H-back in the short punt. We sat at Wade's house in his mother's basement, and we used to love Oklahoma. J.C. Watts, Billy Sims, Marcus Dupree. So I was like, yo, we can run the wishbone out of. I was always a thinker, Tristan.
Yeah,
I was always a thinker.
So I was
like, yo, we can run the wishbone out of the short punt. So Wade was like, yo, you know what? So I drew it on a piece of paper. And I was like, yo, this is what we do. And we'll do it. So we go to practice. So you remember the centers here. Instead of the quarterback behind the center, he was to the left of the center.
To the left of the center.
Right.
It can go straight.
Which was stupid. So my cousin Herbie was our center. So we told Herbie, yo, what we're going to start doing.
Snap it to me.
So Herbie was like, all right, lo and behold, we started running these plays. So the first was the coach like, yo, that's not the play. Run it again.
You ran that again.
Man, we like, oh man. So we ran his play, then all of a sudden he goes, no, run the play you just ran.
Run that other play.
So run the play, and it's like slap, slap. You know what I'm saying? We have fun with it, man. But yo, I'm telling you, if those three are just the top three is Boo, Antoine, and Jody to me.
1,000. Amityville is unique, man, because if we pick up a sport, we pick up an era, there's going to be names that automatically ring out, and then there's going to be like, oh man, I forgot about him. And then there's going to be a couple guys that, man,
And that's what you're making people remember.
There's going to be
you're making people remember. You are making people remember, and I love it.
I think it's important. I think it's important when it's in balance. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're past our years, so we don't have to follow and tie that to our complete identity. But I think there's beauty in it. There's healing inside of it, and then there's also motivation and education for people inside of it. So I think there's a combination of some beautiful things inside of it. So I'm excited about sharing this platform. So I'm thankful that you're a busy dude. You got a lot of things going, family, man.
God knows I wish I could play, man. My wife is like, why don't you play? Why don't you play? And she knows my back is not.
Nah, the back, we don't need that, man. We don't need the EMT out there from my man.
That's the last thing I want people seeing me.
We don't want that for your legacy, man.
Walking off like Fred Sanford.
Getting on the gurney. Now we don't need that. You just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? You
got some ballers though.
We got them.
You got some ballers playing, man. I was like, wow.
I got a couple. I got 4 other guys that I need to reveal that are going to be player coaches. So stay tuned for that. So I
gotta ask you a question though. Is Mark Epps one of them?
Possibly.
Oh, you're not telling. Side chat.
Possibly, yeah. We'll talk about that. We're gonna do that. The hard part for me is that we got at least 100 guys. We got at least 100 guys from 1975 to 2020 that can play in this game. Like legit, right. That legit was good. That you know what I mean? Some took a back seat to others.
I just hope I hope all the alumni come. You know what I'm saying? I hope anybody that ever laced them up.
That's what we want. We want everybody to because we want to highlight them too. Everybody, we got microphones, so hey, look, my guy from '92, stand up.
I'm gonna let everybody.
Yeah, we want to let everybody know and feel that love.
You know what? And another thing too, because there's gonna be some cats that I don't know, that played, but I want to acknowledge them. So we should have everybody that played should be on a list.
We're gonna have that. We're gonna have all of that. We're gonna have all of that.
Everybody that played, everybody that played should be on the list. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody will know who each other, because most people are gonna recognize their people from whatever that is.
Exactly.
A couple of people. Now I don't know the older guys, but I know the younger guys. I know the younger guys, but not the older guys. I know this time when I was in school. That's it. So we're going to, we're going to put something together so that everybody knows everybody. So by the time you're out of there, you know everybody.
Yeah, because I'm gonna recognize everybody. I'm gonna recognize everybody. Like, I'll just be like, I'm just shooting a name out there. In the house from the class of 1984, exactly. Gerard Turner.
That's it.
TV, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. Hey, go ahead, stand up.
That's my. And then with him, best 2 guards to ever come out of Amityville as a combination. Yes, I said it.
That's debatable. That's debatable, but it's strong debate. And like you said, man, like even when I did the list, man, I'm gonna have to probably revise that list. We had conversations, but for me, it was a conversation starter. It was the pandemic. I was like, we need something to talk.
You did a great job.
I'm throwing this out.
I had to give Big Mark though. Big Mark, happy birthday, big dog. I had to give Big Mark a lot of love because he immediately hit me. He goes, yo, he's like, Coach, I dug Tristan top 5 point guards, but I had to take somebody off there. You needed to be on there, Coach.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I co-signed that. Like when we was looking at certain things, it was like, there's probably like 3 people we fumbled the bag on, and I can admit that.
But guess what that is?
Yeah.
That's a talent pool.
That's the talent pool. That's
the talent pool.
Not a lot of schools can say that for a public school.
No.
Like they live there.
I think the only school, well, of course they can, but for a town our size,
not many.
The only schools that can really do that is Wyandanch, North Bab, Roosevelt, of course.
Yeah, there's only a handful. There's only a handful.
That's of our size. I'm not talking the Hempsteads of the world. It's a big ass school. That's a lot of kids, man. I'm talking about, come on, less than 800 kids in the school.
Yeah, we got 800 kids in the school. Nah, it's different.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Bridgehampton, without doubt.
Yeah.
Bridgehampton, Troy Bow, my dog.
Troy Bow, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's my dog, man. That's my dog.
So I got so many branches on this tree, and you always give me ideas, and you will never stop giving me ideas, which I'm appreciative for. But
shoot,
shoot,
I tell you though, man, you'll be flipping this list for the next year.
We would. It's too tough. So I gotta stand by some of the things, because I mean, everybody can play. Not only that, some of the guys, you know, you're really like 50 years old now, and you ain't hooped in a long time. So just come and just chill in the crowd, man. And we can.
I know who's above 40 that's been ball.
There's a couple.
Of people. No, it's more than a couple that you got up playing.
Yeah,
it's more than a couple.
And that's and we need to highlight that, because I think that's a beautiful thing. Everybody in there, we all part of this neighborhood. We all walk. I think that's beauty when everybody can see that at one time. Like, wow, they all came from here. That's beautiful.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. And you know, me and you had this side chat, you know, about who we felt was the best to come out. You know. Yeah. And
who's the best to come out?
You know who I'm gonna say the best was.
The best overall player.
Best overall player was Show. The best guard, AJ. Best pure big man, is a shot of a doubt, Jason. Yeah. So those three, you can put them in any order you want. I won't be mad. Yeah, I will not be mad.
Tough, because their resumes.
But once you get after those three, now you got to dig in the bag and be like, okay,
it's different.
How am I really gonna rate each player here, or you know, credentials, what they did on the court, this, that, and the third. Because there was some players I was watching and I'm like, whoa, they forgot about. Are you serious? No way. I was like, Tristan ain't put his dad on this list. Oh, we got issues.
It was tough.
Your dad was a problem. I patterned my game after your dad.
I know. We had a couple of guys that were really good.
I patterned my game after your dad. Your dad, Provat, Larry Hill, Kai Commerce, and my brother Cap. Those 5 people were the most influential people to me playing basketball.
I think you said.
And I took something from each one of them.
As you should, and as we all should. You know what I'm saying? Yep. We take a piece of something. That's part of growth. I like that. You take that and add that in. But you said it earlier. That's because the talent pool is high. Like you go to other schools, you know they're top 10. That's all they got.
That's fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Like we got 100 names we could pull from. Like I could say Reggie Shaw. He's a great player. He's a really good player. And they were like,
Reggie, hey, you remember
Shaw's a good player.
What's the most memorable thing about Reggie with us? Let's see if you remember.
Oh man.
What did I do? What did I do to you guys after every practice? Who could beat me in free throws? Remember that?
Yeah.
And then Reggie beat me because I stopped shooting. And I tried to mess with him and I had to buy him lunch for a week.
You had to buy him lunch for a week. Reggie was one of the guys. So he was.
Oh, man, how was Reggie? When's the last time you talked to Reg?
I tried to get him in the game, man. He said he couldn't commit. I wanted him in the game. He couldn't commit. So he's
still in New York?
He's moving down to North Carolina.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, man, you talk to him, tell him to get at me. You can give him my math. It's okay. I
will. But we got guys like that, man. We got guys that we're leaving off that were really good players, man. So that's what's cool.
Yeah.
That's what's really
cool.
I want everybody to come down, man. So it's kind of a reunion, but we're gonna really hoop. You know, we're gonna really hoop, Chris. We're gonna really.
I can't wait. I can't wait, man. I'm telling you. You better send out a memo. Don't come up there out of shape.
But we all grown, so everybody's like, "I got it." I hope they get it.
Don't start working out 2 weeks before the game.
It's not gonna fly.
That's too late.
That's too late.
That's too late.
That's
So
not
it's all good. It's all good though, man. Word up, word up. We're gonna make it pop though. You better believe that. We're
I
gonna make
really
it pop.
appreciate it.
Good music, good time, good fun,
Good
and good
fun.
game.
Yeah. So again, I'm appreciative for you for being influential in my life. And what I'm saying, like you
You
said,
already know.
just being there, just being there. I think a lot of times you overrate just being there, just
Oh,
being, just being.
Coach Williams.
Just start with being present. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you as an extension, you know what I'm saying, of my dad and the other. You was a guy, a stand up gentleman for us to look at as an example. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
So
you.
appreciate that. I will never
Thank
forget.
you.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
From childhood, and you've gotten that, and now we want to try to show these young guys that. You know what I mean? It's a different environment that they're growing up in. So we got to utilize some of these things that we have.
Yeah.
We got a strong network, man. We got a strong.
Mhm.
Amityville has a really
Oh,
strong.
hold on. I got to be a little biased too. I got 4 people. And the only reason why I'm putting him in here, not because he's my cousin, it's because he's the hardest worker ever to come out of Amityville.
Okay.
Period. And that's Mike.
Oh, without a doubt, Mike is number one. Mike is number one overall career.
Oh, for career wise, of course, Mike.
Yeah, he's number one. He's number one. Mike is the guy. Yeah.
Nobody, Tristan. Nobody worked as hard as that kid.
Nah. That guy earned everything that he got. He earned everything that he got.
That's
man.
a fact.
That's
a fact.
That's why he.
So those are my 4.
I didn't even really bring him up because it was a given. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a given.
Not everybody knows your relationship.
I have my reasoning for each and every one of them.
I think it was valid.
He's definitely. I tell you who the most slept on big man though is, and that's your homie that you've been putting this together with. Mark is the most slept on big man in Amityville.
Most definitely.
I don't know how, because he was giving people buckets.
But he came out to Jason.
But if you mention Amityville big man, maybe because he wasn't 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Jason cast a big shadow over that time frame. Jason cast a big shadow over that time.
Yeah, and he was he's like a tweener. He was like in between Shelton, in between Jason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you had
those are 2 monumental names. So
you had Jay Joyner, you had Famous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
in between.
He got caught up in that. But Mark that was my guy, man. Mark was my guy on the court. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I think he was the one that gave me the name in Voldemort Park, the general.
I like it. That's perfect.
It was either him or Ed Brown from Copay. That started calling me the general in the park.
Big fella, they recognized it.
They like them alley-oops.
They like the alley-oops.
They like getting the ball where they wanted it.
Absolutely.
Word up. This has been great, man. This has been great, man. I love reminiscing.
Yeah, I think it's therapeutic. I think it's beneficial, and I think the people that tap into this, man, is going to really appreciate it. So I appreciate your time, man, and let's keep building.
Thank you for having me.
Let's keep
Trash
building.
talk with Tristan. Y'all better get on it.
Yeah. We trash talking. We just tap in with us, man. Like we got the Facebook group popping, Long Live Amityville. So if you're not, hit that join button, hit the subscribe button here. Man, we building with not just our community, but really all over Long Island and then across the nation, man.
And see, another thing a lot of people don't understand is, and I call it the triangle. And we're outside of our community because still we cool with the cats from North Babylon. We're cool with the cats from Wyandanch. We're cool with the cats from Copay. We're cool with the cats from Farmingdale. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I was, and my peers and my classmates, we were the bridge. We were the bridge to that. You know what I'm saying? Because when all the rivalry was going on, it was fights. But when it came to us, we started hanging out because we would be in all-star games together and stuff and be like, yo, this cat ain't nothing wrong with this dude. Yo, I'm gonna stay over your house tonight. All right, bet, cool. All right, boom. And then it just grew. And now, but that's what we should be about. Growth, growth and harmony.
I like it. That's what this platform is about, man. And
growth and harmony, man.
You're gonna ring out, man. You big time.
Nah, man, I'm small. I'm small. I'm a little guy.
Nah, you can stay humble, but I'll call it out, man. You big time.
Little
Man.
guy, man. You know,
Yeah, you the guy.
I'm still at five. I'm still that freshman that was 5'4", literally 5'4", going to Buffalo. I came back home and I was 5'10" and a half, 5'11".
Yep.
Yep. And then, rest is history. So
the rest is history, man. And you've been ringing out ever since, man. So you've been impacting so many of the guys' life that walk through Amityville and really Suffolk County, man, and even paying it forward now in the South. So we recognize
a lot of love, Tristan. A lot of love. All right, baby. Hey, man.
You have a good night, man. Tell the family much love too.
I sure will. I sure will, man. Hey, my last word. Yo, stay up, stay right.
Yep.
For
Absolutely.
real.
Much love.
One love, baby.
All right.